Morning talk show with Material Mom, Angela. My name's Angela Burton. Some people don't want their name out there, but you know, we have 3 or 4 Angela Burtons in town. So I figure my chances are pretty good that you're gonna find one of them and not me. But here's the tip, I'm the old one. All right, that's fine. I guess we all married Burton men that are related somehow, but not very close. All right, I'm almost finished with this one, making it. I finally got it. I would have had it done sooner, but I'm just lazy. Well, I was doing things on my list and I couldn't do this at the same time. But look at this, is the Temu yarn that's kind of fuzzy. I don't know if I like working with it too much, but I'm gonna put white pillows on it because I don't wanna do the gray. So that'll be a next giveaway after the blue one. Might do 2 in one day. All right, I'm gonna announce the winner for the second week in July. Judy Large from Missouri. Okay. She won the burgundy. Okay, I remember that now. I had to write that down. Okay, she won the burgundy one. Judy Large. Okay, now today I'm gonna show you this picture because I like visual aids when I do my morning talk show. All right, I know you're saying you wore that shirt the other day. Yes, I did, but it's a Family Dollar one I got years ago, and I really like it because it's cool. The colors look kind of nice with the tan, and it's not stained yet, and it's long enough. And I wore it on a cruise once when I held the iguana that the guy put on my head, a lizard, and so it will always have a memory for me. And the other thing is, I only wore it a couple hours the other day, and then I put my swimming suit on and went swimming. Then I came in and I put my day gown on. You're wondering, what's a day gown? All right, I'm gonna tell you this story. So my shirt was still clean, so that's why I'm wearing it today. All right, I'm gonna tell you what a day gown is. Chad, my oldest son, was very close to my mother, and she loved him. And she said that she really bonded with him when he was born because she came up. I lived in Spokane on the Air Force Base, Fairchild Air Force Base at the time. She came up there to help me with my first baby. And I remember when she came in the door, I was holding Chad, the little tiny baby. Well, he weighed 8, 9. I was holding him, and she came running to me. Well, not, she walked briskly right to me. And I said, Mom, this is the best thing I ever made. And I gave him to her. Why did I say that? Because I made a lot of things in home ec, sewing, and all those projects and stuff I did. But I said, this was the best thing I ever made. And she really bonded with him and helped me. But anyway, what is I'm talking about? And so I'm gonna have to rewind and remember. We're gonna start calling these things Joe Biden. I'm doing a Joe Biden. I can't remember what I was talking about. It'll come back because I have notes. It'll come back. I have notes. I know you guys are all screaming at me what it really is. Oh, what I was wearing, maybe. No, I wasn't it. I finished that subject because I got in the pool. But today I'm gonna wash windows. And so I thought this will be fine to keep watching, and I'm gonna record it, and we're gonna experiment doing different things. And if anybody knows, I have the most windows in town. I mean, I think. Jamie, why'd you design a house with so many windows? So now to keep them clean takes a master window cleaner. So I'm gonna experiment and become that. Anyway, today is my brother's birthday. Are you ready? I have the big visual aid picture to show you. I made this card because I'll tell you what happened. We had a family picture years ago, all us 6 siblings with my mom and dad. And this is how I remember my mom and dad looking the most. And she lost some weight after that, but I think she looked fine. So anyway, he was the firstborn, and he was by far the favorite for many years. We all say that, because then 4 girls were born. And then my younger brother was born, and he became another favorite. They liked us too. It's just that we were kind of called the breeders, because we sisters, you know, that's our call to fame, was having our children. But he and David both had a lot of children too. But they both had wonderful careers, and, you know, an attorney, and then David the detective, and they brag about him. And Jamie tells the story when he came to meet me and came to meet my parents. He went down the hallway of all the family pictures, and Jamie wanted to look at pictures of me when I was young, and, you know, young, and Dad just kept pointing out, and here's David, and here's Larry, and Jamie didn't know it at the time, you know. And he said, well, I just wanted to see pictures of you, but your dad just kept showing me your brothers. I said, yeah, we're used to that, because they were proud of their sons and the stories. And Larry was student body president in high school, and that was back in the day when the parent, my mother, talked on the phone all the time to her friends, and oh, we got to hear everything about Larry all the time. She would be telling people about him. The rest of us, not so much. I never had a career, remember? Sewing, was that a hobby or was it a career? I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm glad I have notes, because now my mind is completely boggled. I finished my to-do list. Remember yesterday I talked about it. Because, well, I still have my windows. I did Jamie's glasses. Now, I never buy glasses. Well, I can't say I never, because I have bought glasses from the eye doctor when I go get the glasses. But you know, when you go to your eye doctor and get your prescription, the glass part is separate from him. He's the doctor. He doesn't care about that out there. Usually it's somebody who's contract selling those glasses in the office. Well, when I learned that, and that you could just get your prescription and go wherever you wanted, that's when I became having 25 pair of glasses, because I've tried every mail order online glass company, practically. Not unless they were the same price as if you went to the doctor's. Okay, so before my one glass people who have, I can't remember their name. I could look it up, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, I always went to Wearlight, because online they have BOGO, and that means buy one, get one, 50% off. Well, I went in there and I had a whole bunch of points, because I've bought a lot of glasses from them, and I found out I could use my points. But I got Jamie 3 pair of glasses. Remember, Jamie's glasses was on my list. 3 pair of glasses for $132. That is with a bifocal, because you pay extra if you have to have a bifocal. That is with the changing lenses to dark sunglasses in the sun. And 3 pair, $132. I got these from my eye doctor, and I paid, like, you know, over $150. So if you're poor or want to be sensible with your money, if you have your eyeglass prescription, then go online. There's many of them. Glasses to Go, Glasses USA. Oh, there's so many. But Wearlight, I found out. They have some funky ones too. If you want like really weird ones, you can get them from them. I was going to show you one pair I have, but they're over there. I can't show you. Okay, oh, I'll tell you. The ones that are on my picture of Material Mom with the diamonds around the glasses, those are from Wearlight. Okay, you can look it up yourself. All right, so now Jamie I bought him all new pants, and somebody commented, they noticed, tomorrow he'll be wearing them when he goes to Salt Lake to the planetarium. I bought him, he already has a ton of new shirts, but I bought him all new pants. I bought him glasses now, and Fitville is giving him new shoes. He hasn't got them yet. So I said, Jamie, you are decked out now. You got glasses, you got new clothes, you got a new suit from Temu for Sunday, you got ties, and you got shoes. You're decked out. Maybe underwear next. I said that to him, and he goes, no, I don't need any new underwear. When women get new underwear, they feel like queen for the day. New bra, so pretty. Men, They are uncomfortable. They just want to put their old stuff on. That's what I have found out, except for my boys, because they were raised by a woman and they like to wear new underwear. All right, I talked about that. It's going to be a good hot today, washing the windows, and I'm going to go swimming. All right. The comments were turned off of one of my last controversial, my rant morning talk show, talking about other people's comments. Anyway, the comments were turned off. I didn't know that. So I turned them on. But sometimes YouTube will turn your comments off. If you are filming a lot of children, I noticed, it will turn the comments off. And then I go in and I turn them on. And then a little bit later, Jamie will go, I thought you turned them on. And I go, I did. And then I go back and they're turned off again. So I don't know who's messing with the buttons. Who knows? Who's unsubscribing? I don't know. Okay, now, I went on Temu to make my weekly order. I'm only going to make like a 1-week order to hit my budget every month, you know. So I made my week order and I found out there was some price adjustments. So I clicked on them like I usually do, you know, 2 cents. I want it back. Well, they don't let you do the option. Usually you can punch it and it'll go to your credit. You know, you get like, after a while, it adds up and you have $10 credit to spend. But not right now. Have you found this out, or is it just my account? But I tapped on it and it said, due to unusual payment or Temu account activity, only the refund to the original payment account. Well, I always charge my Temu to PayPal. That's how I pay, and then I pay PayPal off because I think it's safer. Well, now I bet PayPal's hating this because they're doing all these little 2-cent credits back to PayPal, making them do paperwork. So maybe I should let it build up a little to get more than 2 cents. Make it be like 46 cents before I tell them I want it back. But has that happened to you? Anyway, I'm kind of mad because I really enjoyed when I got price adjustments and I had a credit going on. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yay. It felt like free money even though it wasn't, because you spent the money to start with. I know all that. Okay, so I told you about that. Comment below if that's happening to you, or don't. I don't care what you do. Somebody said you must have a hard time reading all the comments. Well, not yet, because I don't, you know, hey everybody with 13,000 people, viewers, subscribers, she probably does. But Jamie reads them to me at night when I'm crocheting my little, I told Jamie when I finished this one, you know, they aren't as cute as they were in the beginning. But I like to crochet, so I'm going to keep at it. Plus I have my stockpile of yarn now. So I really am going to have to do it. But winter, it's more of a winter project than a summer one. Because, you know, the daylight and the weather, I think, makes it. Oh, and we want to send our regards to Texas. I haven't gone on YouTube to watch it, but I want to. What part of Texas? Oh, Hillary. She had to have a scope up her urethra because she's been having some problems. So that's the next step they wanted to do. And she just texted me from Idaho Falls. Well, that was miserable. Have you ever had a urethral scope? Is that what it's called? I don't know. All right, I want to go here to see where the Texas hurricane hit. And one lady did comment, hurricanes, said that they were really getting it. Photos, damage after landfall. Oh. Live update, Governor Dan Patrick's request FEMA. I did hear that President Biden has given them money, help, you know, whatever they do, FEMA and everything. It knocked power out for millions of people. Oh, how miserable in the heat. I heard they were trying to get the power up because of the heat down there too. Well, I'm sure it had to be on the coast. I'm not finding towns yet. I'm sure you're all yelling at me what towns. Oh, Galveston, Texas. I mean, I didn't read that. I'm just remembering Galveston, Texas is down there. Oh, I hope that they knew about it. They did. Hurricane Beryl kills 4, knocks out power. That was 4 hours ago. How do they know what time it is now, I wonder? Knocks out power, 2.7 million in Texas. Oh, great. I hope my Texas friends are okay. We can live without electricity unless you die from the heat, but we can't live without shelter, food, and nutrition. Shelter, food, water. What are the things? Air. I don't know. I'm showing how stupid I am. Oh, I still don't see a town. Oh, I'm so mad. You guys can tell me better than the news can. I know you can. And it was category what, I wonder? This is hurricane season. Isn't it to do with the temperature of the water and the air? And it makes... I heard that one time. Jamie knows it all. Houston, 8 hours ago. The Gulf of Mexico. Okay. The high pressure will build over the Gulf of Mexico. I wonder how long ago that was, though. You know. We don't want old news. We want new news. That's why it's called new news. Oh, yeah. I don't know when that was either. Okay, so anyway, I want to put my heart out there to all of you. We don't have hurricanes here. We don't have hurricanes, cyclones. We don't have... tornadoes. Wizard of Oz. When I was a little girl, watching Wizard of Oz, I told my dad, is that ever going to happen to us where we live in Oregon? And he said, no, we got mountains to protect us. That won't ever happen here. And I said, well, why do they live there? Why don't they move? And I decided right then, at that young age of whatever I was never going to live in a place that had tornadoes. And then I was never going to live in a place that is like hell temperatures. Arizona, St. George, 117. No. I talked to my little granddaughter in Arizona and I said, how do people manage the heat? How do they cool their pools? She goes, I haven't seen too many people that have pools down here. That's shocking. My brother Larry, he has a winter house down there with his son Brandon, and they have a pool, but maybe they don't swim in it in the summer. I don't know. I said, well, does everybody have a tan? And she said, no, they don't. It's too hot to go outside and sunbathe. Well, how do they get, you know, the work done? Those men that do put on roofs and all that, they don't work in the day. And Todd, Jamie's son, said they do in the evenings, but it doesn't even cool down at night. So, you know, do we get to choose where we live, or do you just have to live where your parents lived? And then when you're 18, can't you choose where you're going to live and move somewhere before you have move when you don't have a house full of crap and you don't have kids in school, and, you know, decide where you're going to live. And I didn't get to really choose Afton, Wyoming. My husband got to choose. I just came with him. But I did choose Brookings, Oregon, and Medford, Oregon, because I liked the weather. It gets hot in the summer, you know. We had a swamp cooler, but it doesn't get over 100. That's horrible. So maybe somebody, if you don't like where you live, but I've had people tell on my comments that, you know, like right now, we have beautiful weather. July is the best month of all to live in Afton, Wyoming, Star Valley. They call it Star Valley. Do you know why they call it that? I'm going to tell you why. It's not my story. I read it, so it's someone else's story. They call it that because when the pioneers were sent here to live, they were told to come out here and settle it. There were Indians here. But when they had the first summer here then, and then they went back and told everybody, come, it is the star of all valleys. So, but then I heard another story, that first winter, they didn't realize what the winter was going to be like. So they didn't put enough hay up for the animals and everything, and the food up. They didn't put enough food up. They didn't realize you're not going to get your garden going until June, you know, not in May and April, May, no, June. So they about starved that first month. So some people say they called it Starved Valley in the beginning, and then they changed it to Star Valley. I don't know. Either way, I wasn't here. I wasn't born. My ancestors didn't come here. They went to Wellsville, Utah, and settled there. Okay, then they moved to La Grande, Oregon. Then they moved to Medford, Oregon. That was my grandmother. Okay, today is going to be 85. Perfect. Tomorrow 90, Thursday 91, and then 92, and then 94. And then 90 on Sunday. And then the next, that's going to be our hotness for the whole summer. And then it's going to go back down to the 85, 83, 81 on Monday. So that's what our temperatures are. I'm bragging because I know how your temperatures are. But remember, in the winter, I was miserable. But look at, Jamie's going to Salt Lake. I have two sisters and a brother that live in Salt Lake, although my brother's not there. All right, here it is. Wednesday, 101, 103, 103, 104. That's their week forecast. At nighttime, 71, 75, 76, 77, 78. Does it help to open your windows? I'm glad I'm not going with Jamie. And our night temperature, though, on the controversy, I love weather. Did you know that? My dad, all his years of adulthood, he wrote in his journal, and he wrote down the weather every day, what it was for the whole years. Every day he wrote the weather in his journals. I already said that. But anyway, when he died, we had a complex study, journaling of the weather in Grants Pass, Oregon and Brookings, Oregon. So then I'm finding out when I moved here, I was keeping a journal of when every year when the buds came out on the trees, the last date of the last frost, first snow. I'm keeping a weather journal like my dad, and then it just occurred to me, oh my, I'm like my dad. But I bet nowadays you can just look it up. But see, our nighttime temperatures, even though it's going to be 94 in the day, it's going to be 54 at night. So, you know, we just open the windows at night. And as soon as that sun goes down, this was like Brookings, Oregon too. As soon as the sun goes down, your heat's gone and you get to cool down. But in those hot places, oh, it doesn't even cool down at night. I guess you could go sleep outside nicely without a sleeping bag, at least sleep on the lawn furniture. But you'd have to leave your air conditioning going low all night. I don't know. Your fan, do you just turn on the fan then? Because I turn mine off and open the windows. And then I get just fresh air coming in, the breeze. It is pleasantly blissful. Okay, I got plastic here on my desk. Now, what next am I going to talk about? Oh, I forgot to mention on my rant, my video of my rant. If you don't like to hear rants, then don't watch it. It was a couple days ago, maybe. But I wasn't going to publish it for a couple of days. You know, I didn't publish it because I made it last Sunday. But then I got to thinking. I was thinking about it. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I keep everything just happy-go-lucky? Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about bad stuff. Just keep everything. Don't talk about your problems. Keep everything happy-go-lucky. That is not reality of life. My goal is to make this a reality TV show. A reality. We're talking about the realities of the world this is annoying pointing at you guys. We're talking about the realities of what hits all of us. And that's why I do talk about it. And one lady goes, you should not, politics do not belong on YouTube. I think she used the wrong word, because YouTube, oh, there's many, many channels about politics. Okay, that's where I watch it all. Okay, so then I was thinking about it, and what would my mom tell me? What would my sister tell me? I didn't ask her. I have asked her in the past. One time I was crying and made a YouTube, and she said, don't put it up. They'll think you're mental issues. Oh yeah, okay, I won't put it up. It was just one day I had a little mental issue. Because we all do cry, but you didn't need to know all about that stuff. Don't air your dirty laundry. All right, so I didn't. But anyway, my mother told me every birthday card she would write, all of us kids, and she would write like a letter to us too. I have some of them still. I was gonna go get some of them and show you, but if I get them out, I gotta put anything you get out, you gotta put away, and then that's meant mess if you don't put it away, and then it's just out. And I have other things to do today. I don't want to put things away. Okay, so my mother always told me, I don't know if she told this to the siblings in their letters and stuff, but she always told me, have the courage of your convictions. So then I always thought about that. What are my convictions? What do I stand for? What do I believe in? What do I want? What do I know is true? So then I decided, yes, have the courage of your convictions. I'm going to stand up for what I believe and what I don't believe. So that's why I posted it. And I already lost a bunch of subscribers talking about politics. It's my life, and it should be everybody's life right now. Although they don't count Wyoming votes, so, I mean, they count them, but it doesn't count in the real big realm of things. So, and then one nice lady, her name is Jean, and she contacted me, and I had never heard this before, so thank you, Jean, for telling me about it. Project 2025, and I asked Jamie, do you know what that is? And he goes, no, I don't think I do. Well, she told me to look into it, because this is what the future, if Trump gets in, what the future will be. I'm talking about a little bit about politics, but not a lot, just this one thing. If you've heard of Project 2025. So, of course, I went to my source, my encyclopedia, Wikipedia. Who owns Wikipedia? Are we getting the right information from Wikipedia? Well, I went on Wikipedia and some other sites, because I wanted to go to the site that is non-partial and get the information. This is BBC News. And I thought, okay, BBC News, they probably won't be partial. So I printed out all of what Project 2025 means. And you're going to be happy, I'm not going to read it to you. If you want to know, you go look it up. It seems to be, it comes from the Heritage. Isn't that a religious? And they're very right-wing, and it gives all their views on, you know, everything. So, the government, the immigration, climate and economy, abortion, tech and education. I'm not going to read them to you. You can, if you care, you can look it up yourself. I got the information. I ran it off because I'm going to let Jamie. My printer works now. I got brand new ink because I'm a member of the HP automatic refill for your printer, and they sent me new ink things. I thought my printer was broken. If you're out of ink, they disable you. So then after I looked at all of that and read it, I did more research, and I went and asked Donald Trump this question. What is Project 2025? And Donald told me. I wish. He didn't call me, but someone else asked him. So on July 5th, 2024, and it's his social media site. It's words from his mouth. Here's what he said. I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and no, that's not the word, and abysmal. I don't know what abysmal means. Probably absurd or something. I have to look that up right now. I never used that in my vocabulary. Abysmal. I just love this Google stuff because, you know, it solves more issues, more arguments. It might save or, you know, break up marriage. Who knows? But you can't argue very long. You just have to look it up. Appalling, extremely bad. The quality of her work is abysmal. It's an adjective. Or it could mean very deep. Waterfalls that plunge into abysmal depths. Okay. I'm going to write that word down because I'm going to use it in my vocabulary to Jamie. And he'll look at me thinking, whoa, she's not as dumb as I thought she was. He thinks that sometimes. He'll tell me, no, you're smart in your areas of what you know. But then that means, but you're dumb in all the others. Okay, I am. I will admit it. I'm not. I'm not. I was never good at math. I didn't pay attention in history and geography. They're going to the planetarium because they love all that crap. I could care less. I do not want to fly to space. I don't want to go to another planet. I don't care. I'm not interested. I have other things to fry in my pan. Like what's for dinner, my budget, my pool. I cleaned my pool out so good last night. I vacuumed the whole thing. I treated it. I fell once and slipped and fell and went under. But I cleaned it good. Okay, abysmal. I'm going to read that sentence again. He says, I disagree with some of the things they're saying. Although he said, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. Okay, he doesn't know. But he must know something about it because he said, I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal, which is appalling and extremely bad. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. Okay, so to me that means he's not standing behind Project 2025, and he wishes them luck. But he has his own agenda. I really think he does. Okay. I'll read the next sentence. Trump's campaign is at a very least aware of the initiative. Campaign officials once told Politico Project 2025's goals to restructure government, which are outlined in a publicly available document, indeed align with Trump's campaign promises. Oh, so some of them do align with him, but it's because he thought of it too. I think they're Christians and they do believe in having, they do, you know how some want to separate state from religion? You don't do it, like don't pray in church and all that stuff. This project, they want to combine them a little, is what I gather. That's the only thing. And Jamie goes, well, why don't you want Christ in your campaign, in our government? Why wouldn't we want it? So I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm too tired to think about it. And I know what Trump says about it now because I asked him, and I asked his campaign people. So now I know. I'm a little smarter than I was. Thank you, Jean. All right. But like I say, it doesn't really matter what I think because I'm not going to count my vote anyway. But I will vote. It will count on the local records, but it won't go back to Washington, D.C. and count as an electoral vote because we don't have enough. All right, let me look now. Did I talk about everything I wanted to talk about? Somebody's at my front door. It's probably the wind or Jamie. All right. I did that. Oh, and one lady wants me to look up a new YouTube channel, Watchman River. So I'm going to look at that later today. Because, you know, it might be good. So I might learn something. I'm all out for learning new things. But when you have Christ in your life and you believe in him and you know he's your brother and you want to be like him and grow up and be like him, do as Christ would do, is my motto, then, you know, if they're for Christ, I like it. Remember Chad Daybell and Lori Daybell trial, if you didn't watch it. When that Melanie Gibb came to realize what was happening, and then she said, Christ isn't for evil and killing. Nowhere is Christ, you know, up for that. So, I don't remember, I'm not quoting what she said, but anyway, that's how she came to believe they were wrong, because she believed in Christ. Okay, some of you don't believe in him, that's fine. Jamie's son, Clint, he's an atheist. He takes things harder. When his sister died, you know, he said, maybe you could forgive the people, but I can't because I'm never going to see her again. That's what atheists don't believe in a next life, I don't think. So he's very sad, his beliefs. And like my mother taught me, she always said this, even if it's wrong, my religion and my beliefs in Christ and Heavenly Father's love and everything, even if it's wrong, I am happier believing this way and living a life this way than if I believed the other way. So, when we're dead, we'll all find out, right? Is there a next life or isn't there? We'll find out for sure, because there's two things my dad always said you don't get away from: death and taxes. You cannot run from it. There's only two kinds of pie my dad liked: hot and cold. That's what he said. You can borrow, here's another, my dad's quote, you can borrow anything I have except for my wife and my car. That's what he said. All right, I think he did loan his car out, his old car out a few times. They weren't big car people. They didn't, you know, go for the Cadillacs and stuff. They would go for the ugliest car that the teenagers had to drive. That one car, station wagon, with the big wings in the back, and it was yellow, and we called it was kind of gold yellow. And Sean and I had to drive that ugly car, probably Carolyn too, and we called it the big yellow fish we had to drive, looking like fools. Then he got another car, the green car, and it had wings in the back too. Couldn't he get, and finally, when I was about ready to leave home, he got a cute little Toyota car that was no way back there, and it was like the perfect shoot-around car that you felt good driving. But I got to go to the store before I could do my window demonstration, because somebody said that foam Windex spray works better than the spritz one. I want to try that, but I got to go to Family Dollar and see if they have it. And then I am ordering all these kind of makeups. The ones that are supposed to cover your brown spots the best, and you look younger. Anyway, I've ordered a whole bunch of them, some on Amazon, some on Temu. We're going to experiment, and I'm going to see. Because, you know, I got the wrinkles around here. My straw maybe's doing it, because I don't smoke. And I'm getting wrinkles. Look at these. Remember the Nutcracker syndrome that my husband told me? If you miss that, one day he came in and he goes, you know, you're starting to look like a nutcracker. How do I look like a nutcracker? I'm not skinny and tall or wear a tall hat or anything. Why, how do I look like a nutcracker? He said, well, those jowls right there are getting to be like a nutcracker. Thank you, Jamie. That's just as good as when he told me I'm starting to look like his grandmother. So anyway, I got it all, the brown spots here and here, you know, so I'm going to try foundation makeup. But it'll be over 2 weeks from now because I have to wait for everything to come that I ordered. But they have one called Per Bella or something. $90 a bottle. I don't know, one place is 47. I'm not going to pay that much for foundation. Is that going to make me have more friends? People think I'm prettier. People think I'm younger. No, it's not going to do any of those things. It'll just make me poor. I'm not going to order that expensive a makeup unless I win the $1 million lottery. Then I might try it, but I heard you can't win the lottery unless you buy a ticket. I don't buy tickets. Darn it. I have bought a couple and lost. No, one time I did buy one in Oregon, and we were really poor, but we had to go out to Oregon to see, I don't remember. I think it had to do with Tyson. You know, he got married. Well, he got his girlfriend pregnant at 15. And so then she was a little older girl. And so she had the baby. So we had to take him out to meet his baby. And they ended up getting married and everything. And then they had 3 more kids. But then they divorced. Anyway, we were really poor. I mean, I took peanut butter and jelly and bread because we couldn't afford to eat out. Have you ever had that poorness that you couldn't afford to eat out food? You know, we had to buy the big bottle of pop and pour it into containers for everyone to drink. We couldn't afford the cans. So we were in it was outside of Grants Pass. And there was a little market there, Redwood Market or something. So we went in there and I said, I'm going to buy a $1 ticket because, you know, I was poor. I could only buy one. We didn't have the lottery where I was from in Wyoming and stuff. I bought a $1 ticket and I won $50. We prayed before we left that things would go well and we'd make the trip there and back and everything would run smoothly. I didn't pray to win a lottery ticket, and I don't know if God would let you win on a lottery ticket, but I do know he takes care of you in time of need. And that $50, that was how much gas cost to get there back then. And so that $50 got us home, and maybe we got to eat a hamburger out. I don't know, but then I never won again. But I never bought many, because I'd rather have the money than take a chance and lose it and not have anything. So, well, when I married Foster, my second husband, when we got married in Reno. They'll get married in Reno. Reno marriages, I don't think ever really last very good. You're off to a bad start. But anyway, we got married in Reno, and then after the marriage, we went to this restaurant to eat, because we were married then, and he gave me a whole roll of quarters and said that I could gamble with it. So I went over to the slot machine, you know, put them in. It's kind of fun. I love doing that. Now they just have buttons, don't they, to push on the ships they do, but back then. And I won a whole bunch. So then I played some more. And then I won my money back. So then I thought, well, I'm back where I started from, so I'll play again. Yep. Gone, all of it. So I guess with the money I had, I got to see what it was like playing gambling. But that cured me right then. I wish I would have gone to that 88-cent store across the street from the casino and bought something, some fun things. So that was it. Okay, I'm ending now, so everybody get ready to go put a like right there. Put a like, because my thumb up is back here, because I don't want to shove it in your face all the time, shoving it in your face. Subscribe, like. But they say, when I studied how to get subscribers, this was back when I only had 40 family members as subscribers. They said, you have to ask them every time to subscribe or they will forget to do it and they won't do it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I followed their advice. But sometimes I get sick of begging, subscribe to me. But if you did subscribe, you could have a chance to win one of these. I've given out 20, I think. I think this will be 21, maybe, and then 22. But next I gotta make a little one like this for somebody who needs it, because they're in a bad way. So I gotta make that one next. And then it's gonna cost me more to mail it, because, you know, it won't, when I mail them, I fold them flat. But this one has to be glued to the little box, the Temu box, you know? So I have to mail it like this. I wonder how much, it isn't that heavy, but I wonder how much it'll cost. But I'll do it one time. And then, payday, my Social Security money is supposed to come in. Guess how much I get Social Security? Some people don't tell it, but I tell it because I'm quite proud of it, how much I got. I get $257 a month. And they take out, I would get more, but they take out for the Medicare, you know, they always take that out from you. So if I didn't have Jamie, and I only had $257 a month, I wouldn't get to turn on the electricity. I wouldn't get to use my car because my insurance and my gas is more than that. My car's paid for, luckily. I don't have a car payment. But I would have to be living with Trevor or something. But, and I only get that much money because I get draw off Jamie. Because when you're self-employed, sewing like a slave for people, I'm not supposed to say slave. I really kind of was, though. But when I was sewing for people, getting penance for my hourly work, making draperies, killing my back, I didn't pay Social Security back then. And so, if you don't pay into it, you don't get any unless you're drawing off your husband. Now, if Jamie dies before me, then I will get his money instead of my money. Now, that's not a fact, that's just what I heard from somebody through the grapevine. That could be a stupid grapevine, I don't know. But luckily, I married Jamie and he set me up because I'm a kept woman. When people say, and what is your profession? I always want to say, I have said before, a kept woman. Yes, I cook, I clean, I babysit to get extra spending money. Now I do YouTube to get extra spending money so I can give all my children Christmas and birthday gifts and not have to use credit card ever. So anyway, now you know everything about me. So I'm gonna close and I'm not gonna beg or anymore. So that's it for my morning talk show today. Have a good day. Do something. I always think that you should do something to make yourself happy. Whether that be take a bath, go swimming, eat a wonderful little, don't eat the whole package of cookies, but eat something good, and maybe put makeup on because you'll feel better, maybe. If some people don't, though, I know that. One person told me that she saw her sister without makeup and she was beautiful. Well, that's fine if you have eyebrows and eyelashes that you were given with and that you don't have splotchy sunscreen face. What is it called? Sunspots. I know this one lady. She doesn't wear makeup and she would come to church without makeup. And she's darker skin, dark hair, and she's beautiful. She doesn't need it. I know that. But some of us, we could use some help because if I don't write the eyebrows in, they don't show up. It's kind of like little blonde babies compared to dark babies. Dark babies are so much more cuter than those little blonde rat babies. Like Emma, she's beautiful, but she's gonna be much cuter when she gets some hair and some eyebrows. But, you know, the blonde babies. And Autumn the other day, the funniest picture. I gotta show you this. If I can find it. Bear with me. Things are sticking to me. The other day, we talked about Autumn, Emma, and her dad said, well, you know, if you could take some of your hair off your head and put it on her, she would look better. And so, this is so funny. Autumn did it. She didn't cut her hair, but I hope I can find the picture. It was the cutest thing ever. She put, holding little Emma, and she put her hair over Emma's face. Oh, I want to find it to show you. It was so funny. And I should have kept it, screenshotted it. Oh, where is it? Oh, you'll love seeing it. Oh, I think that was too long ago. All right, I'll look on my page, what she sent to me personally, talking to my Grandma Angie. They call me Grandma Angie. If they have several grandmas, then I am Grandma Angie. I'm not Grandma Burton. You know why? Because I've had several last names before. So I taught them all to call me Grandma Angie. I can't even find that myself. That's so sad. I'm gonna find it. I'll show you later, so stay tuned. And I will show you in an upcoming show. Goodbye.